Hey, Ann, do you have any questions on this evening? How is everything going for you?
Hi, ladies. How are you? I'm sorry I'm being quiet. I am at work right now. I am a restaurant server at Pull Out of the airport. So it's a little busy this evening, but I was able to um, get in and listen to you guys as I work.
Of course, you're totally fine. You're totally fine. If you have any questions or want to drop any questions, definitely feel free to drop it in the chat and I'll swing by and answer them for you.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy to be here. I joined the Academy 2 days ago.
Nice.
And I already have my business formed. I'm just waiting on to go do my my banking.
Awesome. Welcome. I'm super excited you're here as well. Okay, any other questions? So Shakira, how else has business been going since the last time we spoke?
Pretty good. Still, I mainly get all of my leads from Thumbtack. I hope you can hear me. My kids are asleep, so I'm trying not to yell. Okay. So I mainly get all of my business for Thumbtack, which is good because like you'll have days where like today, I think I got 3 or 4 bookings today. But then like the last 2 days, I didn't get any. I still got the leads, so I still paid for them, but I couldn't close them.
Yeah.
So, just run into stuff like that. So that's the only thing. That's why I really want to get Google up and going. I did get one, someone did go on my website and I don't know where in the world it came from. It probably was just the Lord, but they was a reoccurring customer. He just like booked them, he just booked himself for reoccurring. And I was like, okay, Daniel,
that is awesome.
But other than that, no one else has found the website. I don't know.
Okay.
Everything else comes from Thumbtack. But again, I'm not complaining because it's still I've had like at this point I think I'm at like 30.
Okay.
And I just started April 30th, like opened the business officially. So I think that's good for 30 days. So I'm not complaining. Not anymore. You talked me off the cliff when I was like having a problem a couple weeks ago. So at this point I've accepted it and I'm good.
Good. Well, I'm super excited. And then, also make sure that, those leads that you're getting in from Thumbtack, make sure you are saving those, get their email address, get their phone number, and log them in on the lead section in Booking Koala. So that way you can later market to them.
Yep. So I started doing that. My gosh, that's a long process. I wish I would have thought to do that in the beginning.
Yeah.
But so I think what I'm gonna do now is like once a week, take the time to go back and put all those numbers in there. But I have done that. And I also signed up for MailChimp and whatever that texting one is.
Twilio.
Yeah, I did that too. Because I realized that even though I had it set for from Booking Koala, like to send the reminder through text and all that, it wasn't doing it because I didn't have that.
Right, the Twilio.
Yeah, so I got that set up. So and then the MailChimp, I had a call with them and everything. So now I know how to go in and create the like campaigns is what I think he was calling it was campaigns.
Yeah.
So that way, and so now that I've put all my people in there from Thumbtack, he showed me how to move them over to MailChimp.
Yes.
So that way, I can, all those people will get those emails. So
awesome. Because MailChimp integrates with Booking Koala.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I just posted some email samples. Well, no, I think I scheduled it. I scheduled the email samples. I think the post will come out on the 6th. It's meant to be for a pre-launch, like email sequence. I am going to post some more email samples as well. Are you posting on social media?
No, because I still cannot get approved for Instagram. They keep denying me. They're acting worse than Google. So
goodness gracious.
Yeah, I have no idea, but I cannot get an Instagram account at all.
Okay.
I do have a Facebook.
Okay.
I do have a Facebook. Now, I'll be honest, I don't really know what to do on Facebook because, again, I'm not a social media person. So I don't know. Oh, honey, that's Thumbtack. Girl, that's money. Sorry, hold on. I'm so sorry. Every time I hear that thing, I'm like, wait a minute.
Yep, me too. You're fine.
Yes, I don't really know what to do on Facebook. Like I have a couple of reviews on there now, but I don't really know how to use it to market.
it's really just about building awareness, SEO, using keywords, and just creating posts on there that you can add value. Kind of what we were talking about, doing our one-on-ones, just finding ways to add value to potential clients and SEO. So, if you're sharing a review or if you're sharing before and after pictures, people love before and after pictures. And then just finding a way just to be, aware. Also, don't forget about marketing on LinkedIn as well. That's another post I'm working on adding as well about, reaching out to real estate agents, property management companies, apartment managers to get on their vendor list for move-in and move-out cleanings, to building up that relationship with them for like move-in and move-out cleanings.
Okay. Yeah, now the apartment thing, I am definitely working on that this week. So I'm gonna be going to some apartments this week to try to work on that. I had some information like drawn up that I'm gonna take, when I go there, like with prices and stuff on them.
Great.
So yeah, hopefully that'll work out for sure. And I haven't done the LinkedIn thing yet. So I guess I can't get past, but I'm like, LinkedIn, I thought that was for like more corporate type stuff. So I'm trying
It is because the ones you're going for, they're corporate. They are the one that's on there. So these real estate agents, they're on there, right? Property management, property managers, they're on there. And that's the perfect place to be.
Okay. Well, I'll get that set up this week too then.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you.
Quick question. Can you hear me, Jasmine?
Yes.
Do you have anyone in the academy that videos that you've already done, or I know sometimes you have like guest speakers and people that give us insight. Do you have anyone that talk about commercial at all?
Yes. We have Kendall. He's our commercial trainer. He was just on here, I think earlier this month, and did the post-construction training. But in Circle, there is a full, cause I was getting ready to come back and swing back and ask that of you, because you're mentioning commercial. So right over here where it says like cleaning industry training. So these are like other cleaning services besides residential. We've had him 2 times, I think, or 3 times.
Okay.
So this is like his training video, and then here's some other information that he gave us. So like cold calling scripts and let's see, small office cleaning, commercial sales training. So yeah, so this is all about commercial cleaning. And then he did the post-construction. So I don't know if you plan to get in. Ooh, that's a stuck face. But he gave us like his whole training video on post-construction as well.
Okay, cool. All right, I will definitely go in there and try to focus on that. Okay, cool.
Have you done commercial at all before?
No, I am here watching videos on YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing.
Any particular reason why you're wanting to transfer from?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very hard transition for me to get 1099 workers in with my present clients. I have about 21 of them that I do on my own. Most of them are bi-weekly. I have just one that's weekly. I have a few that's monthly, but I service about 21 of them myself. And, and I do pretty well, but I'm tired, but a lot of them, I know they are not going to be with me getting a 1099 worker in their home. They're not. It's going to be easier for me to get a W-2. They're going to give me a lot of resistance. I know that. I mean, I've already just kind of, I haven't told them what I'm about to do, but I've just been kind of feeling them out, just, and,
But how do they know it's a 1099 versus a W-2?
I think, well, because with a 1099, I don't know how much I lose a little bit of
Control.
control. So I
Mhm.
feel like they're, maybe they're going to go in there and, do this and that, and they're probably not going to use the same cleaners that I do, and so on and so forth. So I think that it would be blatantly obvious. It would be pretty blatant.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Now, you do lose control and quality control with having, but one thing is like when I hire cleaners for, that's 1099 cleaners, I let them know my expectations. Like I let them know like what I expect for them to do, how I expect the service to be done, how I expect customer service to be done, what comes with each cleaning, what my clients know comes with each cleaning,
Mhm.
the walkthrough, the before, the after, all of that. I let them know right at the interview time, because I legally can't tell them what to do, when to do, how to be there, what products to use, but I can let them know my expectations, what's listed in my contract. And when you sign this contract, you are signing that you commit to maintain the expectations that we talked about.
Okay,
And then,
that's
so that's kind of how I, oozy around the control, where like I let them know straight up, like, look, this is what we do, this is how we do it. I understand you're a 1099 contract and I legally cannot tell you when or what to do, because I let them know all of that. And I let them know like, hey, and if you can't, if you feel like you don't want to work with these expectations, then it may not be the best fit.
right. Okay. Because I mean, I think I'm going to market more as commercial, but I think that I will also do, I'll still continue to do residential. I just don't, I don't want to clean anymore.
Yeah,
Shape or
definitely.
form. I don't even want to clean my damn house myself.
Me neither. No, I understand. And
I am
also, there's other types of cleaning too, besides commercial. There's other trainings in there. So you do have like the Airbnbs, and there's a training on there, student turnover and government contracts and all these other areas around cleaning that, even post-construction. I don't know where you currently live at, like if live near an area that's really growing, where there's a lot of construction going on, like there's
I'm
other
in
areas as well.
the area.
You said you deal with what area?
In Orlando area?
Okay, so I'm sure there's a lot of Airbnbs out there, right?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of construction and like new developments and things like that as well, or no, not really?
Yeah, I still think that there is. I think a few years ago it was really booming, and it still
Right.
is right now. There's still a lot building because a lot of people are moving to Florida, period.
Yeah. So you could just do like focus on phase 3 post-construction cleaning, to where you're cleaning like after the big jobs are done, you're just mainly like getting like light dust and debris and just doing like
Mhm.
make ready. So there's other options as well
So
along
phase
with commercial.
3,
Mhm.
phase 3 post-construction.
Yeah, he talks about that in his post-construction training as well. Because I noticed that a lot of our students were trying to dibble in post-construction, and they were getting post-construction jobs. And the one part that frustrates me the most is when our clients will book a post-construction job on a Google or on a Thumbtack, and they'll just be like, oh, we got a light renovation. But renovation construction is construction. There's dust everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah.
And if you don't know how to do it, or you don't have the right equipment, or no, I mean, like don't even bring a broom to a job like that.
Right.
And a lot of them are getting tripped up on those kind of jobs. So I brought him in to do a good training, and there's like 3 phases. Like you'll have your big, like heavy debris, like walls, and you're picking up all this big old one. That's where they normally have like the big dumpster in front of the home. And then you
Right.
have your second level where there's still contractors coming in and out. It's like mid-sized big stuff you're picking up. And then your third phase is just like that final clean before they get ready to put the house on the market or to show the home.
Right. Yeah. Like, taking the plastic off the
Yep.
refrigerator and make sure that the window sills are dusted and the
Right. Take
floors
the
are
little razor blade, take off paint strips off the windows.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Actually, that Okay, okay, you're giving me some ideas for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And LinkedIn would be a good place to like find people like that, like to find small, because it doesn't have to be big development. You can find like one small development group that, does post that like renovates and buy and sell or hold and buy or whatever, that maybe they do like 15 properties a year. But if you find 5 different companies like that and you have good relationships with them, like that's an awesome thing to be in.
Right. Okay. Okay. So you're saying LinkedIn is a place for me to get those construction,
Yeah, to
those
make those
post-construction.
connections.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Find like real estate developers or
Right.
small construction companies. Social media would be a good one too, to like try to see who's who, but I would communicate with them on LinkedIn though.
Okay.
You can send them a DM, but I would really try to communicate with them on LinkedIn,
Mhm.
and just find those people.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Right now I'm trying to get my website going. I'm trying to get my website going and my business cards, because I used to have business cards, but I recently changed my phone number, and I also got phone number just for my business. So that's what I'm currently working on, because I feel like does everybody that's on the chat tonight, do they have a website? I don't know if anybody else want to chime
I
in.
do.
Yeah, I have a
This is
website.
Anna. I don't have it yet.
Okay. Okay. I feel like for commercial, I definitely need to start out with, even if it's a rudimentary website, I need to start with a website. And because I was using my personal phone because it was just me with residential, but now I have within my same phone, I have a second number. So I'm going to use that. So I'm trying to get that going so I can link it all up together. And I feel like that is, if I'm going to lean more towards construction, I feel like I need to get that going ASAP.
Where do you set in how are you setting up your website? Like what platform are you using?
Because I think I told her last week that I've dealt with GoDaddy.
Okay. Oh, yes, I remember.
Yeah, so I think that I'm gonna do it. My cousin is going to school to do coding and whatever, so she's still in school, but she can do a website for me.
Nice.
And she asked me today, she said, do you want to do Wix or this or that, or whatever? And I said, because I do have a professional email with GoDaddy, and I did buy my domain from GoDaddy. I've had it, for a while. I just never really I didn't utilize it. So now it just makes sense for me to do that. I could, even though I do have GoDaddy website, or not website, but like their domain name or whatever, I still could build it through like Wix or whatever, but I just kind of want to make sure that it's compatible.
Yeah.
So I know that I think you had suggested something last week for a website.
Yeah, in the academy, there's a Wix template. And then of course, she can always edit as well and like put more changes, especially since she knows coding, she has more flexibility and creative control to like really make the website fully really customized. So, but there is a template in there in the academy, a Wix template. So you can totally use that one and then have her make changes. So that's the one where like already on the website, there's what's what I'm looking for?
Compatible?
Like pre-SEO on there.
Okay. I still may use Wix. I mean, because I think, is it a free, is the one that you have, is it a free? It says free website. And what's SOP?
So the website, the template is free. So the whole website was built, right? So I'm giving it free to all members as a free template. Now you would have to pay for like their online, for their web hosting.
For their hosting, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. They just sent an email, I think today I saw, where they're going to be changing their pricing structure. So I don't know what the new price points are going to be. I think it was like $35 or $32 a month.
That's not too
so,
bad at all.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Okay. Yeah, I still may use that. I guess, I just kind of want to get it going. I feel like even if I do it on Wix or go down wherever I do it, even if it's not, and right now, even if I use stock photos to start with, it's just something to make me look more professional, like I'm ready to do this.
Yes.
So I mean, it's not a begin all end all type deal right now. It's just right now I just don't want to. I have momentum, so I don't want, and I'm going on vacation on Sunday until like Sunday to Friday. So I am just trying to get as much in. I don't want to be one of those people that say, oh, I'm going to do it after vacation. I'm going to do like, I am trying to do everything that I can now because I'm excited. I have the momentum. I don't want to go on vacation and then, drink a whole lot of wine and come back and be like, it'll be like another month before I do anything.
No, totally. No, definitely like ride that momentum. Okay. Success loves momentum. So no, definitely ride the momentum. And you're right. Because even on this one, I mean, I find stock photos, or what I really love when I'm creating a website, I like to use images from furniture stores, like high-end furniture stores. Like this image right here on the back of here is like from a furniture store, like they're selling the furniture in there, because
I like that. That's a great idea. That's a great idea.
I mean, that's totally what I do, is because I can bank on good quality images. I'm working on a website right now, and let me see if this is the one, because I totally love the feel of it. It's like super chic-ish. But the customer, her business is located in Brooklyn, right? So it's always good to like make sure that your website matches like the vibe and the area and the clients that you're going to be servicing. So if you're in Florida, have beachy photos, right? If you're in New York, right? So I found images of inside of a brownstone.
Right, like that's very metropolitan. I like that.
Right? It's going to speak to her ideal client. So, and I found I think this was West Elm. I did a screenshot of West Elm, right? They're selling their furniture. But yeah, so just find pictures of that will speak to your clients, whether you need a cross between commercial and residential. Just find those, do a screenshot on Google, and you're good.
Right. Actually, what I plan to do for the commercial side of it, because like for the residential, I have plenty of pictures that I can use, but the furniture store is a great idea. But what I was planning on doing, like, say I'm friends with my dentist and stuff, so I was gonna say, maybe I can ask them if I can just take some pictures, and I'd have to kind of like fake it before I make it, just like, like people, like I have a few people that, like my boyfriend works for the VA hospital, maybe take some pictures of inside that, these are people that I want to clean, and, just for now. It would be better if there would be, it's a picture of me in there actually cleaning, but for now it's better, I'm just kind of doing what I can.
Girl, look, I love it. My motto is done is better than perfect. So it will get perfect later. Yes.
Yes. For the longest time I was I was held back because I was afraid of failure, and I realized I'm like, you know what? We're all gonna fail. Like you've even said, it's like you're gonna fall on your face. But the wins are going to be better. They're going to be so sweet. I mean, in business, we're all gonna make mistakes, but it's just better that we make it fast and move on.
Yeah,
and move on. And that's where my mindset is right now.
Definitely. No, definitely. It's so true. It's all made up of hills and valleys. And at the end of the day, like when we look back on things, right? I was talking with somebody, she's brand new in the business and she just super on fire, and it goes up and it comes down, and we're up and then we have this bad situation and this crazy thing happens, and then we go up and we go down, and at the end of the month we look at it, be like, oh my God, this is my first month in business. And I'm like, I just killed it, like, and had a good amount of cleanings, right? Like and then with this kind of business, it's very hard to like benchmark your success to know if you're really doing well. We have some students, and like, you know, of course I'm encouraging and pushing and managing and helping and, you know, each of them, but there's some that's, you know, 6 months in and they maybe only had 5 cleanings this month, right?
Right.
And that's awesome for them, for where they're at. Keep going, keep growing. But it kind of just lets you know as a reminder, like, you know what, I am doing good. Let me just not stop. Right. The real failure is when you decide to stop. But if you just keep on pushing, no matter what crazy situations, and we're going to face crazy situations, right? No matter like how long you've been in the game, you're going to just be like, I can't believe that just happened.
Right, exactly.
It's going to happen. Just be prepared for it. I was talking to somebody and they shared this quote with me, right? And they said that it's not a matter of how you rise to the equation, how you arise to the occasion, but it's the importance of how you fall to your preparedness. Like, what did you prepare? Like, how much did you know and learn and grow sitting in, you know, Tuesday classes and watching training? That is where you're at. You are at the level of where you prepare, where you learn, where you grow at. It's not about rising to the occasion, just a matter of where you fall to the level of your preparedness. And sometimes we will have the assignment, right? Like, Simone, you're on fire. Like, well, I don't want this to die. I'm not going to go on vacation and be sipping and then come back all lackadaisical. Like, I want to ride this momentum, right? But sometimes we don't do this, the preparedness of it. We don't study, we don't learn all the things that we can to help prevent us for those pitfalls for when we do fall, not if, but when we do, we'll know how to handle them.
Right. You know, it's funny because my boyfriend was on the call with me last week, and he kind of like made himself manager. And so I fired him yesterday because he, you know, it's like, you need to make a list, you need to do one thing at a time. And I'm like, I can do the one thing at a time, the things that just are daunting to me and just like, it's a little bit more confusing and I have to concentrate. But I said, if I'm cleaning toilets and I'm wiping counters and I'm vacuuming and I can make a phone call to something that I can get done, I said, I can multitask. I said, your brain doesn't work like my brain. Because he literally, like, he can be at the grocery store and I call him and we're talking and he'd be like, you know, I can't chew gum and walk at the same time. I'm gonna have to call you back. And I'm like, you can't even like shop. So and I'm like, I'm all over the place because I'm ADD. And so we're getting into like these arguments. I'm like, yeah, no, you're fired.
Yeah, that's funny. That's my husband. That's my husband all the way. That's my husband all the way. Like, I'll be talking to him or watching a movie and he'll pause the movie. I'm like, why are you pausing? We're just talking. I can listen and walk at the same time. Like, he's like, no.
Yeah.
No,
they're very, just one thing at a time. Like, I can multitask. Like, some things, yes, I do have to stop and calm down and pay more attention. But some things I can multitask. And I said to him, when I can do those things, let me, like, stop arguing with me that I should, oh, you should just do, you know, you started. It's like, yes, I started, but I'm finishing. But if I can start it and then if somebody needs to get back to me, I can start the process, but I can get something else done in the meantime.
Yes.
You know, it's just, and I'm like, if I do one thing at a time, it's gonna take me months before I launch this commercial.
Right. True.
But I'm like that lady on YouTube. Like, ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Love it. No, totally. Because I'm definitely like that.
Yeah.
Love it. Awesome.
Right.
It's been a nice, fun call. Does anybody have like any last minute questions that they want to ask before we wrap up?
Jasmine, I do have one quick question for you about Thumbtack.
Yes.
So I know we talked about like the pricing and how like the move in, move out, and deep clean are like together.
Yeah.
And so even with going in there and, you know, trying change my pricing or
Thank you.
whatever, it's still like, apparently it's still really high, because I had one lady who went with someone else the other day and I asked her why. And she said, I reached out to 3 people, and of the 3, you were still significantly higher than the other 2. And I can't figure that out because from
Did
my
you ask her
area,
what it was, what the prices were?
oh, I didn't ask her what their prices were. Oh
Mm.
yeah, I guess I should have done that. But
Mhm.
it had to be extremely low, because the thing is, Jasmine, even because I know that it's I have a hard time getting these move in, move out cleans. I've been discounting them anyway.
Right.
So, and that was the question I was going to ask you, is when you were doing this, were you discounting any of
Mhm.
your prices for Thumbtack in order to like not like waste money on that lead just to
Oh, yeah.
secure it? Because
Yeah.
that's what I find myself doing. Like, just like while we were talking, that lead that just came in, I took like $65 off because she reached out to 3 other people.
Mhm.
And so it looks like she's gonna book with me, but at the same time, like, I don't know if, okay, did I take way too much off in the first place? Or, like, from based on the feedback, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place.
No, you're
But
fine.
but based on the feedback, it seems like I am a lot higher, because I've had other people tell me that people were lower. This lady is the first one who said significantly lower, or
Mhm.
excuse me, higher. I'm sorry, significantly higher than the other 2 people that she had reached out to. So I do know my prices are higher, but what I was gonna say is, based on my research, though, I'm right in line with the prices for my area. So it
Yeah.
seems like people on Thumbtack are just charging at a way lower rate
Yeah.
in order. And I've had some of my like contractors tell me that when they tried to do Thumbtack, and they were like, yeah, people are there doing cleanings for like $75.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and it's, they were like, and it's messing us up because we don't want to charge $75 for our work.
Right.
So I
No,
think
you're
that's what's
right.
happening.
And you're totally right. So to answer both questions is like you're right at both questions, right? When I was on Thumbtack, it's like I already had to be comfortable with a threshold amount that I was willing to give. But I have to know 2 things. First, one thing I have to know is, am I going to be profitable? And am I going to be profitable, or is with this low price, is my cleaner at least going to accept it, right?
Correct.
So that's my train of thought. Like, is my cleaner at least going to accept the price? And then if my cleaner is going to accept the price, then I'm not really worried too much about the profitable. It's like, I want my cleaner to accept the job. I want to pay for this lead. I need to assign my very best cleaner, so that way we can do her again, and then I can really get my money back from the lead costs, right? So like those are like the thought processes that I think about when I'm having to lower my price point. But unfortunately, this up and down of Thumbtack is Thumbtack. I do compare Thumbtack to that like that garage sale type of, that like you only go, like you go to those community yard sales to a flea market, like people come look, they be like, but they're gonna go shop around and see if they can find a better deal somewhere else. That's kind of,
Right.
some of the mentality that people will have. Now, my thoughts is that that's not my client, because I feel like either my client is gonna want quality or they're gonna want cheap. And most times when I would give a really, really low price for them, they're gonna complain. They're gonna want another discount. So I take all of that into account. So it's kind of like you can, and the one part that I would be frustrated about is like, why do they even choose you if they knew your prices was
Right.
that amount? Like that's probably the most frustrating thing about it. Where
Correct.
like I would be like going to Thumbtack, be like, you need to reverse this. Like, I list
I
my
have.
prices and they're still saying it's too high. Like, they're choosing me even with my prices being listed. So yeah. Now, one extreme you can do is you can totally remove your deep clean and move out cleanings. If you want to like just not worry about get those leads at all. But yeah, that's like the the up and down, the love-hate relationship that comes with Thumbtack.
Right. No, I get it.
Yeah.
Okay. I Because you're right. I absolutely do that. Like when I look at discounting the price, I do look at, okay, how much is my contractor gonna get? Because
Yeah.
obviously I don't want them to get a low amount. So I do know for like my ones that's killing it, I do know what's the lowest they're gonna accept for like whatever type of clean it is. So
Yeah.
that kind of helps when I'm doing that. But yeah, it's kind of like a shot in the dark. I'm just like discounting prices, and sometimes they're still like, oh, that's still too high. And I'm like, well, look, you need to go on.
Right.
But
Basically.
yeah, you know,
And
so I'm just
that's, you said you're going to be setting up your Google LSA tonight, right?
listen, it's almost done. I'm doing it right
Oh,
now.
good.
You
good.
already know how I work, Jasmine. Like I don't play games.
Good. Yeah. Get that set up. I can see you easily transitioning away from Thumbtack to Google LSA like within the next week.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Well, my
And then if you want to
verification-
keep Thumbtack, remove the deep and move out. Like if you're getting them, if they're not like, that's your common thread. Now, yeah, that's your common feedback, then removing that and just getting your regular cleans from them.
Okay. The only thing is like right now, I guess it's like moving season because
Spring and summer. Yep.
yeah. So like I have like today, the 3 that I booked today, I think I said I booked 3 or 4 today. They were all move out clean.
Yeah.
Like, which is great because that's the most expensive one.
It is. Yep.
But
That's why I love it. Do you try to upsell to catch them on the other end with the move in?
so I did that with like 2 so far. And like not the ones that I booked today, but the
Mhm.
ones I had last week. I did do that because one guy was so impressed. He gave us a 5-star review. He went and bought Starbucks for my cleaner. Like
Aw.
yeah, he was doing the most. And he even left me a Thumbtack review and he was just like, anything else you need, just let me know. And I'm like, well, if you were so impressed with our services, you know, so I
Right.
did talk to him about, you know, we can do move-in cleans, which he had already moved in, so he had hired us
Okay.
after that. So I talked to him
Get him on a
about
reoccurring.
exactly. That's what I talked to him about.
Yep.
I do think like going forward, I'm going to make sure I do that with these, like especially the 3 I booked today, and I have like 2
Yeah.
tomorrow that are move out clean. So
Yeah.
I would definitely keep trying that. I'm trying to make sure I send my best cleaners to them. I have 2 that are like killing it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to
And
send
definitely
those.
because this is moving and move out season, try to look for moving companies that you can partner with, right? To where any referrals that they send, you'll give them 15% off and vice versa. Let them know like, hey, you know, we're getting a lot of move-in and move out customer requests. I would definitely love to let them know if they're looking for a moving company. Like I'll ask them if they're looking for a moving company, I will refer them and vice versa.
Okay, look, I'm gonna make a note of that. I'll call Fernando and Sons tomorrow.
Yep.
They were like the best cleaner, best moving company that I know of in the area. So yeah. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome, you guys. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me this evening. I will post this replay tomorrow morning, and then I will see you guys all next week.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. You have a good night. Thanks,
You're
everyone.
welcome.
Have a good
Thanks,
night.
Jasmine. Bye, everyone.
Have a good night, Anna. Bye, Stacy.